Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're digging into something that looks pretty simple, but actually, it's a really key social skill in English: giving and receiving compliments.
Hmm.
A lot of people, learners, and even native speakers sometimes feel a bit awkward about it.
Oh, absolutely. And it makes sense because there's nuance there,
Right.
but they're so fundamental, aren't they? Compliments pop up everywhere.
Totally. Work, just hanging out with friends.
Even, a quick chat with someone you just met,
Yeah.
they sort of grease the wheels a bit,
Yeah.
socially speaking.
Yeah, smooth things over. So our mission today, we're leaning on insights from the art of English compliments, is to really get into why they work
Ah,
and like how they function differently depending on where you are, who you're talking to.
and the different types too.
Exactly. The goal is really to give you some practical stuff, things you can actually use.
Let's do it. Because, it's more than just making someone feel good for a second. Well, that's nice too.
Okay.
But compliments, they connect to this really basic human thing, right? Wanting to be seen, to be appreciated, valued.
Like a kind of social currency.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
When you give a real, genuine compliment, you're not just saying something nice. You're building a bit of trust. You're saying, I see the effort you put in. And that's really powerful, especially if you focus on the process maybe or someone's growth.
Ah, okay. So not just you're smart.
Right, more like, wow, the effort you put into figuring that out was amazing.
Yeah.
It encourages that keep trying mindset.
That makes a lot of sense. So thinking about situations,
Yeah.
are certain compliments better, like at work versus with friends,
Mhm.
beyond just good job?
Oh, definitely. Precision matters. At work, being specific is usually gold.
Like,
Like saying, the way you handled that a difficult client call was really impressive, so calm. It shows you actually noticed what they did well. Much better than a generic, great work.
okay, got it. Specificity at work. What about social stuff? You mentioned chatting with strangers.
Yeah. Well, sometimes a compliment on appearance works well there. Hey, cool shirt, or I love your bag.
An icebreaker.
Exactly. It can open the door, but it often stays more surface level.
Right. So if that's surface level, what goes deeper? How do you use a compliment to like really connect?
Well, that's where you get into compliments about someone's qualities,
Hmm.
their character.
Okay.
Those usually hit differently. They feel more significant because they're about who the person is.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Like saying, I really admire how you always stay positive, or your perspective on that was really insightful. It acknowledges something deeper.
That feels much more personal.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's what builds a stronger connection, a more positive feeling overall. The source really hits on this combo. Be sincere and be specific. You're great is nice, but
It's vague.
right, compared to, I really appreciated how you explained that complex idea so clearly. That lands better.
Okay, okay. This is great for giving compliments, but what about the flip side? Receiving them, why is that so hard sometimes?
Ah, yes. The receiving part. It's huge and often overlooked.
I see people just brush them off all the time. Oh, this old thing. Or, nah, it wasn't me.
Exactly. Deflecting, downplaying.
Hmm.
Sometimes people even argue against the compliment.
Yeah. Why do we do that?
Well, it can be cultural, norms about humility,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes people just feel awkward being the center of attention, even for a moment. They don't know what to say.
But it feels, I don't know, a bit dismissive to the person who gave the compliment.
It can, yeah, unintentionally, of course. But it can make the giver feel a bit awkward, like maybe they shouldn't have said anything or their judgment was off.
So, what's the graceful way? What should you do?
Honestly, the simplest thing is often the best. Just a straightforward, sincere, thank you,
Is that?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Or maybe, oh, thank you, that's really kind of you to say, or I appreciate that. If it feels right, you could add something like, that means a lot.
So accept it, don't fight it.
Exactly. Except the positive gesture, it sort of completes the loop. Yeah. A positive exchange, start to finish.
Okay, so wrapping this up then. What's the main takeaway for everyone listening? It seems like compliments are, well, way more than just being polite. They're actually pretty powerful tools in how we interact.
That's the core of it, yeah. They really shape our social world. When you use them well and receive them well, it makes a tangible difference.
And thinking bigger picture, what's the real impact?
Well, understanding compliments is really about seeing how they make people feel genuinely noticed, appreciated. That boosts confidence, builds rapport.
Creates a friendlier vibe overall.
Definitely. It fosters more positive, open environments, whether that's at home, work, or anywhere else. They're little relationship builders.
Okay, so here's something to chew on as we finish up. Think about the ripple effect. One single, genuine compliment given or received well. What impact could that have?
Hmm.
And then maybe ask yourself, what if you actively looked for chances to give sincere compliments? How might that not just brighten someone else's day?
But also maybe change how you communicate, how you connect with people.
Something to think about. Go out there and maybe make someone's day.